I just found out that my daughter bullied a girl to the point where she attempted self-delete. Need advice. My daughter Kathy is, to me, one of the sweetest people I know. She gets good grades, has lovely friends, and still finds time to be a wonderful, loving daughter. I have never had to ground her in high school, and she had never given me reason to believe she is acting out. I am a single dad of 3 girls. It is tough, but I thought we were doing okay. Kathy is the oldest. I got a phone call from a crying mother today telling me that my daughter was involved in her assing another girl at her school. Kathy and her friends took pictures of the girl in funny poses, such as bending over to pick something up and her butt crack was showing. The girl is overweight, and I think a lot of the pictures had to do with pat shaming. The mother said that her daughter tried to slit her wrists this morning and was in the hospital. Kathy is at the beach today and should be home in a few hours. I am so mad. I don't know what to do. I have always taught her to be kind and respectful to others, and I feel like I don't even know her. From what I have heard, Kathy was the ringleader in all of this. How do I handle this and still keep it together? What consequences should I have for her? What type of apology does she need to do? Should I take her to the hospital to see what she has done? Edit. I have gone through her computer. Sure enough, she has a folder on her desktop labeled Patty, and it is all pictures of this girl. I don't have proof that she created the anonymous Facebook account, but I think it proves that it was her just by the pictures being on her computer. Update. So Kathy was scheduled to get home at 8:30 this evening. I get a call at 8:15 from her. She said she was going to stay at friend's name house overnight. I said, no, I need you to come home right now. She said, I'm already here. Bye, and hung up. I decided to go get her instead of arguing over the phone. I went to the friend's house. It was empty. I started calling the parents of her friends, and finally someone's brother picked up and said they were at the park. Sure enough, I go to the park and there are about 30 kids there around a fire pit. I see her with a solo cup standing next to a beer keg. For those asking about how they were able to do this on a Sunday night in a park, this park is about a 20-minute drive from civilization. From what I have heard from my daughters, it is where all of the teenagers go to party and hook up. So I don't usually get angry. But I had had enough. I went straight up to her and told her that I was not going to make a scene, but she needed to get in the car with me. She turned into another person. I'm almost 18. You can't do this to me. You are embarrassing me. I snapped. I'm not sure what I said, but it was along the lines of, you should be embarrassed. You put a girl in the hospital because of what you and your friends have been up to, and now you have lied to me and you are drinking alcohol underage. Your mother would be so ashamed of you. I don't even know who you are anymore. I caused quite a fuss, so she got in the car and she is home now. I have taken away all electronics, laptop, cell phone, TV privileges. I told her she needed to log into the anonymous Facebook and post a message apologizing and naming herself as the person who posted the pictures. When she logged in, I immediately looked through her posts. It wasn't just one person she had posted about. This Facebook page was dedicated to making fun of the nerds and loners of the school. There must have been 50 pictures. She posted the apology, and then I made it clear that she was not to do anything for the rest of the summer. All plans are canceled until further notice. She can use the landline phone if she needs to, but only when I am there. Other consequences I am enforcing: mandatory therapy once a week, community service. Still researching that and looking for advice about it. When the girl gets out of the hospital, Kathy is going to apologize to her and her family. I have taken the door of her room off its hinges. No privacy for a while. Everything in the house that she has as a luxury is gone. This includes all the expensive chemicals for skins and hair that I have bought her. I gave her simple shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and lotion. Otherwise, it is all in the garage. She also lost her makeup. Don't know if I will keep this enforced. I took everything out of her bedroom that she uses, and she basically only has books and her keyboard piano. I have told her to catch up on reading and to try practicing the piano that she begged for and then never used. I told her to take the night and think things over. If she wants to fight me on everything tomorrow morning, then I will add more restrictions. If she takes her punishment and agrees to these terms, then I will consider how long the duration should be. If I have missed anything, please let me know. I will post a final update tomorrow, but for now I am tired. So good night. Edit. For those who are asking, unfortunately her mother died in childbirth 11 years ago. Final update. So after I made this post, I started making phone calls. I called the parents of the few friends of Kathy's that I was able to spot at the keg party, and told them where their daughters were. I also told them that there was a chance that they were involved with the bullying of a girl who was now in the hospital because of it. I then decided I should talk to my other daughters. They knew something was going on because Kathy was yelling at me when we got home. So I wanted to clear the air and make sure they understand what is happening. My middle daughter, Emma, said that she knew about the Facebook account. She didn't know it was Kathy, but had suspected her group of friends. I asked her why she had never told me any of this. Both girls got nervous and said that Kathy had always been the golden child in our family, and they didn't want to get on her bad side or risk me thinking they were lying. This hurt me a lot. Now that I think about it, Kathy has always been the one with the good looks, good grades, and popularity. I can't believe I never even thought the younger girls would be in their big sister's shadow. They all seem to get along really well in front of me. So this morning Kathy didn't come out of her bedroom until around 11 a.m. I left her alone until she was ready to talk. The younger girls went to the pool down the street so that I could talk alone with Kathy. She agreed to the restrictions I have placed, but asked if it would be possible to get her makeup and hair care things back. I told her that the only time she is allowed to wear makeup this summer is for interviews for a part-time job, so that she can look professional. I am keeping all of her stuff in my room, which locks, and she is going to need to ask me before she can use any of it. She was very disappointed, but agreed. She was also upset about losing her door. With this one, I budged a little bit. Like a few comments said, she is a young girl and privacy is very important. I have installed a curtain holder above her door, and she has a curtain to keep a little bit of privacy, but I can still hear everything going on in her room. Then I asked her why she had done this. She got very emotional and started talking about her friends. I thought she might try to push some of the blame on her friends, but I let her talk. She said that the girl who was in the hospital had been really awful to her in grade school, when she was considered a loner. Her group of friends decided to pick on her to show her what it felt like. She also said, I knew it had gone too far as soon as I posted all of the pictures to Facebook, but I guess I figured it didn't matter since it was anonymous. She said that all of the pictures were posted on the same day at the same time. I have made sure that this is true, and that she never planned on posting again. She apologized over and over in tears. She also asked if she could switch schools. This is basically what I said. I know that you had a tough time in grade school, but that is absolutely no excuse for what you did, and I never want you to use it as an excuse again. You did not pick on this girl, you harassed her. You bullied her. You also cannot blame this on your friends. I don't care what their involvement in this was, but it was you who posted the pictures and you need to admit to yourself and everyone else that this was your choice. Do you remember coming home crying when someone in your class in 6th grade told everyone that you had cheated and that's why you got good grades? That feeling was nothing compared to what that poor girl felt. Just because your post was anonymous doesn't mean that it didn't hurt someone. Posting anonymously about someone is the coward's way out. If you had a problem with this girl, then you should stand up for yourself or ask for help. Do not turn into a horrible bully and set out to ruin someone's life. You can cry to me all you want, but this isn't going away. You need to face the consequences of what you did. As for the school situation, I told her that I want her to try to go back to school. If it ends up being really, really bad, then I will pull her out and send her somewhere else, but I don't want to enforce running away from her problems. Then I pulled out her laptop and told her that she could go on just to read the comments in her apology post. I didn't force her to, I gave her the choice and she read them. It was horrible. Messages from, you fucking cut, die in hell, to, it should have been you in the hospital. It was heartbreaking to see her read them, but I think it helped her understand the impact of what she has done. I have told her that she will not be able to contact her friends until all of us parents have talked. We have a meeting about it on Wednesday, and decided what sort of restrictions need to be in place. It is most likely that she won't see them this summer, and they will not be able to hang out before or after school. She actually didn't react to this like I thought she would. She was almost relieved. She said that they were a bad influence on her, but I honestly think she was trying to lessen the blame I put on her. It didn't work. Kathy will be seeing a therapist once a week starting next month. She is also going to be getting a part-time job instead of volunteering. The money she gets is going into a bank account for college, and she will not be allowed to touch it until she turns 18 next May. I have also called the insurance company and discontinued her car insurance until further notice and taken away her keys. Finally, I called the mother of the girl in the hospital to fill her in on everything. She thanked me for how I reacted. I guess she got some of my kid would never do that from the other parents she called. After speaking to her daughter, she has decided not to press charges. There is a lot of other stuff going on with the girl besides the pictures, and she said it is not just one person's fault. She mostly wants to turn this into a learning experience for everyone. Kathy will be making a full apology to the girl and her family as soon as the girl is mentally stable enough to handle it. Thank you so much for all of your kind words and advice. I honestly felt so lost when this all happened yesterday, and with your help I was able to calm down and handle this irrationally as I could. I have gotten a few messages about my harsh restrictions saying that I will push my daughter away. I was very worried about this happening, but I have told Kathy that as long as she stays honest with me, I will help her with anything she needs. Any restriction she has a problem with, she can talk to me about, and I might pull back on the restriction or not, but I will always talk to her about it and explain why. She is still upset, but I think it has more to do with how her peers are reacting to this rather than how I am handling it. She has been talking with me all day about things I never knew about going on in her life. I have also gotten many messages saying how terrible a father I am and that my daughter deserves to rot in hell. To you people I will just say this. I have done the absolute best I can with the hand I have been dealt. Raising 3 girls on my own has been an extreme struggle, but we have managed. Yes, my daughter did something horrible, but she is now learning what happens when you do horrible things. By sending me an anonymous message to, I'm guessing, make me feel bad is exactly what I am punishing my daughter for. So keep writing me those horrible messages, but don't expect me to reply to your hypocritical nonsense. I love you so much, guys. I have read every single comment, and I can't thank you enough for sharing your stories and experiences.